Hello Aquarius, welcome to your April 2022 reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers, everybody is welcome. Okay, what do we need to know? Feeling quite peppy about this reading. Quite zippity-doo-dah. Feeling like there's a lot for you. Don't know why. Don't know why, she says. In the shuffle we have the Tower and the Hanged Man. I know, one card blows and the other one kind of says, That kind of sums it up, doesn't it? Okay. Right, I'm going to take that. Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, so let's have that. And then let's see what's what. These cards feel really agitated, but in a kind of an excited way. A bit like before you went to the school disco, you know, when you were young. When we were young people. Hey, okay. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. What do we need to know? April 2022. Nice. Itchy nose. I just knew that was coming out. So did you, didn't you? Oh, nice. I almost became Australian then. Okay. Aquarius. Overall energy card, Wheel of Fortune. Big card to get, okay? So number 10. It's an energy card. It's also a destiny card. And I like the energy of it because when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it says things are going to change. And Aquarius like it when things change. You want to, I mean, that's a fixed sign as well. You're a fixed sign, but you're born for change and evolution. You know, that's what Aquarians are. Clever folk, you Aquarians, you like stimulus. You like something to move you on. Things are definitely going to move on with this. April is a very dynamic month. I've only done a couple of star signs so far, but both of them it's been like, okay, bit of a game-changing month. There is an eclipse on the 30th of April, so look out for that. Partial solar eclipse, I think. I think it's in Taurus, but look it up to be sure because I'm not an astrologer. It feels like the first half of April, because the last two signs got the Hanged Man as well. And I feel like the first half of April is kind of, it's not stuck in a rut because that isn't the feeling of it, but it's definitely you are being kept by what in one area or place, like a holding place of the universe, so that you can change something towards the end of the month. Mercury also goes retrograde in early May, and I feel like that's kind of connected to it too, although I don't really know how yet. When you've got the Wheel of Fortune and it's right next to the Hanged Man, there is a feeling of the wheel wanting to move things forward, wanting momentum to happen. It's like, come on, giddy up, let's get going. This is going to happen, that's going to happen. You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it building and you're thinking, yeah, let's go. Okay, streaking across the quad. Woohoo! We got the Knight of Wands. You're going to be feeling escalatable, which is not even a word, but let's make it a word today, okay? Like you're kind of on an escalator, like you want to escalate things, like there's momentum. For some of you, there's momentum in relationship, particularly with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, okay? Or even a water sign, actually, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? But the real kind of development should happen more towards the end of the month. Even though you may want, I can't speak today, you might want it to happen sooner, that won't particularly benefit you if it does. Okay? When you get the Hanged Man energy combined with the Wheel of Fortune, you need to practice, if you can, a sense of being where you are, of enjoying where you are, of enjoying the moment. Even if that moment is this week, this day, this second, this hour, it's enjoying and being fully in the moment. even if something really exciting seems to be happening around you. And I feel like it is, and I feel like it will. Let's take a look at the cards. I'm going to show you. Let's just flip to the cards. Okay, I'm going to just stick them all over here a little bit so you can actually see nearly all of them, hopefully. So we've got the Six of Pentacles behind the box here, but don't worry about that. We'll get that out in a sec. And your overall energy card here as well, we've got the Nine of Cups. So let's not ignore this gorgeous thing. We love the Nine of Cups. Jupiter in Pisces, wish for what is in your heart. It's your heart's desire. So when you get this card, it's not a case of, I think I want something, or that looks good on paper, or the money's right for that job, or, you know, that person's profile looks nice. It doesn't work like that. It's a fire up from the heart. It's that Knight of Wands feeling. And you're going to want to act on it. Of course you are. And you should. But if you were a vitamin tablet, you'd be time release. Okay? This is in a kind of a time release kind of a way. The more you can let this naturally evolve and not run away with itself, the better. Particularly, I'm just looking for my hand cream because my hands are dry. Particularly if you've met someone or if there is a relationship going on here. There may feel like there's a sense of urgency, but there isn't. Okay, there's all the time in the world for this. You know, like April is the first quarter of the year done, isn't it? And it feels like it belongs to the first quarter, and then there's change as we move into the next. And that is kind of reflected in this. Also, it feels like underneath something, there is the need to speak about something, find out about something, get something out. If you look here, never mind that in a minute we will talk about the fact that the Tower came out. I know. And we knew it would. You just knew when you saw it in the shuffle. I did, and I think you did too, that it was coming out and that we had to have the Hanged Man with it. And the Hanged Man and the Wheel of Fortune. It just feels like a growing energy which is kind of being held off. It's like, the universe is going, no, just hold for a bit longer. And then you pull the plug, pew, there it is, okay? So underneath, possibly a relationship, a situation, there is something unsaid. There's something unspoken. There's something to find out, okay? And I think you're already a bit aware of that. I'm going to take another card for the Three of Swords. If this resonates, by the way, there is an extended reading and the link will be below in the description box. So if you get to the end and it resonates for you, you can take it further down there. Okay, well, I like that. For the Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. This is the single happy person's card, or the independent person's card. This woman has her own garden. She's got her pentacles there. She's got her bird of prey. She's got a nice gear on. She looks good. She's taking care of business. She's taking care of herself. She has a high worth, a high self-worth. She knows her status, and her status is high. It's good. You know, it's like a Beyonce card. And it goes on this Three of Swords. There is something here about self-worth. There's something here about some kind of triangle, because look, we've got two threes. We've got the Three of Swords with the Three of Cups. So this could be among your peers, among your friends, among your friendship group, your colleagues, whatever it is. There's a sense that you have a high standing, okay? You're respected, you're liked. Most Aquarians are. You're the sign that rules friendship groups and groups in general. But there's something private about that Three of Swords. There's something private about you and somebody else. but it shouldn't be private from you, if that makes sense. It's something that you, I think suspected is a bit of a strong word, but it's something you want to know, definitely. It's something you want to know about something, about somebody. And the Hanged Man is not being kept in the dark, because the Hanged Man is out in the open actually, and the crown chakra is there. But at the same time, he's stuck in a way. He's kind of chosen to observe. And I feel like that's how you feel. You may have been observing a situation and just kind of wondering to yourself when to strike, when to ask, when to make your move. Okay, and again, if you look here with the Seven of Pentacles, we've got this person contemplating. You're contemplating. Do I invest in this? Do I invest myself? Do I invest my self-worth? Or do I hang back? Now, for some of you, I feel like this is a career opportunity or some kind of investment, maybe opportunity that you get. And you don't know if it's valuable enough, you don't know if you are valued enough. It's a bit confusing, I think, in the first 2/3 of the month. And then towards the end, I feel it's going to become much clearer. Because underneath that Seven of Pentacles, what do we have but the good old Tower that we had in the beginning, didn't we? We had this in the opener. I know. Hello, Tower. The Tower feels like the feeling you get after a really heavy rainstorm to me. It feels fresh and it feels right, and it's cleared some ground and it's opened up a conversation that maybe you should have had a long time ago with somebody, okay? And it's going to feel that way as well. Let's take a card for it, actually. I want a card for the Tower. Let's have a card for the Tower. Oh, hello. One just fell on the floor. Okay, good. Ten of Pentacles. Whatever it is eventually brings a new normal and a new sense of security about it, which I think you're going to really enjoy. But also it shakes something up along the way. It makes a new normal, but before it does that, it has to break it. Ten of Pentacles, if you look, we've got the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles for the 3 of Swords, and then we've got the 10 of Pentacles for the Tower. There's a sense in which your order is being disrupted here. But it probably couldn't have stayed the same because you sort of know that it can't or it wouldn't. You already had that feeling about it. For some of you, there is a decision to change jobs or change careers or change the way that you're earning money. And I like that, actually. Like I said, Aquarius is the sign for change, even though you're a fixed sign. You are the sign of the inventor, and I would say the reinventor. You know, you can reinvent yourself countless times, and you should. And there's a feeling here of, I feel like you might be headhunted, or if you've been putting out CVs for a while and you haven't heard much, that you might start hearing something. Because we also have, if we look down here, this 2 of Wands. We have a merchant holding a globe, and he's kind of looking over the horizon. And there is a wondering here, like, where can I lay my hat? Where can I stake my claim? Where can I put my business? What's going to work for me? And I like this. It's a fresh energy, and it could be literal. You could be considering a geographical change. You could be considering a change of home, a change of residence, a change of work. And it feels really positive to me. It feels really constructive, okay? For others of you, there is a change in the status of a relationship. There's an opportunity to make it work, to make it more solid, to make it more real, okay? When you get the Tower, anything that's sort of in denial or held in that space of the Hanged Man, anything that's not clarified becomes so clear, okay? It just becomes so clear. For a few of you, this is, I don't know if I would call it a secret, but something someone hasn't told you, which I suppose, you know, that's like saying, no, I don't have any secrets. There's just a few things I haven't told you. You'd be like, that'll be a secret then. So, okay, it's a secret, but I don't feel like they're being secretive, if that makes sense. Sometimes people haven't told you something because the time isn't right, or because they haven't got the confidence, or some other kind of moral consideration, you know. So that's what I mean. It doesn't feel divisive. It doesn't feel like they're deliberately setting out to deceive you. It doesn't feel like deception, but it has ended up being a secret. So for some of you, there is a sense of fresh air entering a relationship when somebody finally comes clean, and it's getting... There's a lot of laundry references here. It's feeling like laundry. Let's take another card. I want another card. Over here, of course, we've got the Sun. You could be dealing with a fire sign like we said before. The Sun comes out in tarot. It gives you luck. It gives you radiance and warmth and blessing. But also it's the opposite of the Moon. The Moon is yin. It's more introvert. It is secretive. It is hiding. You can hide in nightfall. The Sun is yang, and it's like, ba-da, I'm out there, sunflowers, you know, sunflowers, unicorns, radiance. Here it is. Everything is clear. It's like shining a massive torch. Give us a clue here on what we're talking about. I feel like it's that. God, you got a lot of major arcana as well. Gemini got a lot of major arcana. Okay. We get the World with the King of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign. Not so much, I don't think, but it's also to do with a new cycle. When you get the King of Pentacles, there is a sense in which he is dependable. You know, he's got that earth sign thing going on. He turns up on time. You know who he is. He knows who he is. It's a sense of stability and consistency. And it feels like you're moving into a cycle where something challenges your consistency. Now, that's not always a bad thing. And like I said, you are the sign, one that, apart from Gemini, who is most able to cope with that kind of change in consistency. You feel ready for it, and it feels ready for you, and it feels fortuitous. I'm just sure that it will be a bit tricky for you at the time, okay? So for example, if this is about relationship with somebody, which for a lot of you it is, there's going to be, I don't know if it'll be an uncomfortable conversation, but maybe one they would rather not have. But it looks like you're going to have it because of the Tower, okay? If this is to do with work, again, you might be asking for a raise. You might be negotiating a raise in terms of having a different offer, a different job, something better, something, or something you like more, okay? Yeah. God, there's a lot around relationship here. Let's dig into this tricky situation. Okay, there's a big talk with someone here. There's a big talk. There's been some doubts. We've got unrequited love. That's a feeling that you're not loved back, you know, that you love someone more than they love you. There's a feeling that you don't know where you stand with someone a bit with this Three of Swords. We also get forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. They make that card sound better than it is at the time. That's a difficult card. I'm not going to dress that up, but it's good. It's the kind of card you get when you do like deep therapeutic work, some healing work on yourself, and you kind of realise where all your patterns and where you've been coming from and how they're mirrored back to you. And then you kind of release and heal the past, and that's a good thing. But until then, you're just railing a little bit because you're thinking, God, how did I get myself here? How did this happen? And retreat. There is definitely a healing process for you and someone else. But it's mostly for you, and it affects someone else because obviously there's a connection there, but you're undergoing a bit of an awakening. The Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, you know. We also have up here the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is when you're kind of in your magical side, you're in your psychic side, you're in your contemplative side. So use any psychic help that you can, whether it's tarot, whether it's healing, whether it's your best psychic friend or going to see a psychic or whatever it is. Do what's right for you, okay? Remember that you also have that side to you, the side of the inventor, that is a little bit magical. Release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy. That's the Three of Swords as well. For some of you, it's the person that you're connected with that needs to release their ex, okay? And you deserve love. Of course you do. For those of you that are dealing with your ex, even if you're wanting that person back, you need to release them for them to return. That's a message just for one or two of you, and it feels quite strong because I don't even know why, because you just do. You just do. You need to let them go, even if you want them to return. That's very important for one or two of you. Let's have Animal Spirit card for you and for your person if there's a connection. There's one. Oh, wow, that was easy. Oh, nice. These are very nice. This is a very good connection with somebody. We've got Owl Spirit and we've got Starfish Spirit. Both of these are very intelligent. So I feel like you have an intelligent connection with somebody. Owl Spirit, you can see clearly, and I don't think you could before, and you probably can't for the first couple of weeks at least of April. But once you get your tower, once you get your conversation, once you get your, I don't know what I would call it, your talk or whatever it is, this opens up infinite possibility. Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. It's boundless, actually, and it's all because you talked. It feels like you really, really needed to have that conversation. Maybe you didn't even know how much you needed to have that conversation with somebody. Yeah, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Oh, God, I love it. Love that card for you. God, I can't have three. Let's have one. Just the one. It's you. Okay. We get the word Lord. Communication, praise, dishonesty. That's interesting. I feel like there's been talk of this already, but it hasn't been completely honest or straightforward. Okay. There's been communication. You've maybe actually talked about it before, but it just hasn't, you haven't got down to it and you haven't got to the absolute point. Then we have the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. It's very important when you do talk to this person that both of you can behave with non-judgment, because it will help the other person really disclose how they're feeling. And I think that freshness is really important. And then we get finally the Phoenix. resurrection. Surrender to change, Aquarius, because it is coming your way. No doubt about it, okay? That tower is big for you. The change is big. It's glorious, actually. Aquarius, I'm going to go and do your extended reading. We're going to look at these cards. We're going to clarify. We're going to look at the tower further. We're going to look at the Hanged Man and at your connection, how they feel about you, what's going on, and the best way for you to handle it, okay? That link is in the description box below the video. I will see you on the other side. Namaste.